It doesn't matter whether you're in corporate, it doesn't matter either you're in politics, or either in the hospitality industry, or either in the fashion industry, or in the retail industry. I think the problems are always the same. It always
work environments can be toxic. Like you were saying, other people are people pleasers. So when they get at work, they want everybody to like them, and people can see that okay, you like that, and therefore they'll be using you. But there is facts to prove that. I mean, let's look at Hollywood. Female actresses get paid less compared to male actresses for roughly about the same roles.
Let's say someone in top position does something weird, right? If I go now and explain myself, what if I lose my job because this is a senior person and they need his expertise or her expertise more than they need mine?
That is true.
Right? So, and also as an employee, lower level employee, you are always replaceable. Like they can replace you now.
Employment. I think that should be the definition of employment. Replaceable.
You can make now. There's a lot of us looking for jobs.
Skin is what leads to witchcraft. Yes. Thick skin is what leads to someone not sleeping, and now when they wake up tomorrow they'll be like, I have a problem with Alicia's shoes. Why does Alicia's nose look like that?
Wow.
She's wearing that wig again. Can somebody tell her about that lipstick of hers? You understand?
And it's unnecessary.
It's very unnecessary.
I'll be like, wait. First of all, we are both here as employees. You are not above me. I am not below you. One. And two, this thing of you thinking that you're going to speak to me anyhow, I am only letting you know now so that when I do go to HR, you understand that I have warned you. I've asked you nicely, don't do this thing.
Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to Going with PAJ, episode 4.
I'm Patricia.
I'm Mandisa.
And I'm Joy. So today, what are we talking about? All women, that's who we are. We are talking about the problems we face at work.
Okay.
The problem we face at work from, usually people start working what? 18? Yeah, 18 up to your 40s to
65.
To 65 to even, you know, from
beyond.
Yes, we can say beyond because there are high, lows, you know. You will find a 70-year-old woman still working maybe at someone's house at something.
Or maybe she's like created her own employment.
Yes, she's created her own employment. You see, the ladies who make magunya on the street. So, what are the problems that we as women face at work? It doesn't matter whether you're in corporate, it doesn't matter either you're in politics, or either in the hospitality industry, or either in the fashion industry, or in the retail industry. I think the problems are always the same. It always leads to that type of one thing. I would say maybe in control of power. You know, I feel like we women are different. There are those people who are manipulative. There are people who want to be in charge. There are controlling people. People who what they say must go. Yes, we have those.
No, definitely. In men and women.
And then we have those who don't stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's
People pleasers also.
people pleasers.
In the workplace.
Then you become everybody's thing.
So it's the manipulators, and then it's the what I say must happen. It's the bossy ones. It's the people pleasers, and it's the ones who don't say anything. But I feel like it's the ones who don't say anything that's where the problem is.
What do you mean?
You find you have, let's give an example. You find you have a CEO who's a man, and then assistant CEO is a woman. Okay, and now it's like, do you feel like your word is gonna be heard out because she's a woman? Or is it gonna be brushed off? But what's worse, having someone who won't even like report your problem in the first place at all, or just rub it off because she feels like she's not gonna go out there and be heard.
Excuse me. I think there are different situations because some people feel like, okay, if I go and express myself. If, let's say, someone in top position does something weird, right? If I go now and explain myself, what if I lose my job because this is a senior person and they need his expertise or her expertise more than they need mine?
That is true.
Right? So, and also as an employee, lower level employee, you are always replaceable. Like, they can replace you now.
Employment. I think that should be the definition of employment. Replaceable.
You can make now. There's a lot of us looking for jobs. So that's the thing. It's also like, to what extent is the solution going to help? Because we might say, okay, sharp, we have a resolution. You, Mr. Sir, you like bullying your subordinates. So you have to go to anger management class and whatever. He goes, he completes his hours of anger management. But then he comes back and then he's still faced with the same people who trigger his anger. So he still acts the same. And then now it's still the cycle of the same thing over and over. It's like
work toxicity.
It's toxic.
You know, work environments can be toxic. Like you were saying, other people are people pleasers. So when they get at work, they want everybody to like them, and people can see that, okay, you like that, and therefore they'll be using you. You find you doing their work while they are not at work, especially with working online now. See, you're working online, as long as your computer is on and you're finishing your tasks, your bosses are fine with you. But then people pleasers can be doing your work for you while you're busy having your weekend away because they're trying to please you, make you like them. So work environments can be toxic.
But I feel like it always, usually, I feel like it affects more women than men. No offense, because...
But we can only speak for women at the end of the day.
Yes.
But there is facts to prove that. I mean, let's look at Hollywood. Female actresses get paid less compared to male actresses for roughly about the same roles. Like you see that lady who did Galaxy, what is it called? The girl, she was purple. You know the movie with Roots, color purple. Roots, no. It's an Avenger movie. Roots.
What's her name? And her name. 30 seconds. Come on.
Who's that?
No, she's from Colombia. Colombiana.
Yes, she's dark and beautiful, and she made so many movies. Like most of the Avenger movies, she's one of the people there.
Okay.
But she was not
Saldana.
Yay!
Yes.
So Saldana.
Yes, so Saldana.
Yes.
Okay.
Galaxy, Legends of the Galaxy. She did that, and
But
then
she got an award, like...
But it's not about the award. Sharp, we see the award. The pay.
It's about the pay. Like we are all doing Avengers. We are both Avengers.
Okay.
Why?
And you guys are both starrings.
Yes, we are both like main characters. But you find the men are getting paid more over the ladies.
So, for example, this role is $1. You as a man, you're gonna get $1. She as a woman, she's gonna get 50 cents. That's what.
And mind you, they're gonna request you to show your boobs and probably other things because now. And then you're still getting paid less. I don't think it's fair. I think we need to turn that around. I think the women, because if you check a lot of naked movies, it's always the lady who starts up the scene with the nakedness.
Oh, it's always the lady who's most naked.
Yes! That's
homosexual.
Yes, then it's not fair for you to get less while you're doing all of this work and giving all of this artistry out there.
Okay, but then apart from movies, let's talk about in the world of working now, of being in the industry now, of wherever it is that you're working, and you feel like, this is, you might find, okay, maybe you really wanted to be a journalist, you really want to go out there and express your thoughts and you know, talk to people and all of that, but then there's just so many, I would say, backlash, you know, from the people you're working with. Sometimes you might find we have bullies at work.
Work bullies.
We have work bullies at work.
Yeah.
And then there you are trying to execute your work, but then it's like, this is coming from a fellow woman just as me. You know. So how do we deal with these type of things? How do you sit such a woman down?
The one who's being bullied or the bullier?
The bully. How do you sit the bully down?
I think let's speak about both. The one who's being bullied and the bully.
Yes. But now the one who's being bullied feels like, okay, I can't per se go and speak to this person, but for the mere fact that we're women, you understand, and it is family day, you understand, and I believe we as women eventually have to have a ground of understanding. But how do you talk to such a person and be like, look, I feel like you're forgetting we have the same target, which is to deliver what we have been told to deliver. But now, if you're gonna work against me, and I don't want to work against you,
I think it's a woman thing. Women, I feel like naturally.
But that's the thing, we need to break that cycle.
Okay, so in order to break the circle, we need to understand the whole thing, how that unwinds. Women are very threatened by each other. It's just a natural thing. When you walk in an environment where there's other women will be very threatened by you based on things.
You're saying the problem is us?
No, I feel like as women, if we are confident enough in ourselves, we will not be so mean to each other.
But in this specific scenario, I feel like what would work best for me is to catch her in the act. In the middle of when I feel bullied, I'll be like, wait. First of all, we are both here as employees. You are not above me. I am not below you. One. And two, this thing of you thinking that you're going to speak to me anyhow, I am only letting you know now so that when I do go to HR, you understand that I have warned you. I've asked you nicely, don't do this thing. We are not on different levels. We came here both on the same level. So please, I beg, if you like to bully your children and leave your bullying tendencies at the door.
So let's go back to what you said. What you said you said sometimes people are afraid to talk because they feel like it can be replaced. I understand. So what if the person is bullying you has been there, let's say 15 years, soon about to be HR, in fact people are talking, they're like, oh, maybe someone might be chosen for an upgrade or for a higher position, and there comes you, who looks like there's an underlying issue here, there's lack of confidence in between the both of you.
Hectic.
How would you deal with that? Because now this looks like she's going to be someone who's going to be on top of you.
That time I would immediately report it to HR, because I believe you must report. There are these channels so that like you can also keep yourself safe.
True.
So you report her while it's still early, while she still knows that hey, when there's something that you can lose here, so you better get your shit together or leave. Like you can't want to be a bully and also want to be in a senior position, because now you're going to bully everybody and no one's going to want to come to work.
That is true.
And at the end of the day, now you are compromising with the mission of the company.
Yeah, and plus if you have a company where there's good leadership, then there's awesome productivity. Like if people are happy with work, they're more likely to be more productive. They can think out of the box to ensure that the company is gaining, as opposed to a place where they're being oppressed. But then also there's no pressure to perform. People still have to make ways. But people are killing each other a lot
over jobs.
Not necessarily. I think it's the whole. Like yesterday, I was with a friend of mine, and she told me about a friend of hers who had shot himself. He shot himself in his head. This is because apparently of a gambling problem, or work stress. You never know, because life can be much.
Yes.
At home it's much. At work it's much. Eventually people pop, and this person killed himself. Like they were telling him, hey, we think you're not okay. He said, okay, I'm coming. Let me go check on it. Let me just go into my car. He went into his car. Oof.
So he was just waiting for someone to tell him that he's not okay?
No, apparently he was prepping for some time now. That's why they came to tell him he was not okay.
So it's okay, not to say that I know anything, but was it because he had done something that was eventually going to come out?
Honestly, I didn't get the full gist. It was a passing by situation, but according to my understanding, it could have been a gambling matter. So we just conclude perhaps maybe he lost something valuable, or maybe people are after him.
Something
because gambling is just bad. And you notice most people who gamble, it's actually people who are working.
Let me now tell you.
No.
I would say 60% of our middle class income is in gambling.
Yes, and that's a scary part.
60%.
Yeah, that's a huge number.
Husband, wife.
They go together.
Teacher from kindergarten.
Wife's sister.
The whole family.
And probably her first daughter from the first husband. They are all gamblers.
It's a family reunion.
No, but the
middle class. I'm talking about those ladies who are now affording. You know when you're at that stage where you can pay your rent, your electricity, buy your clothes, buy your food, send your mom money, and still have change. That change is no longer there. It's all that money now that has to be deducted
from gambling.
And then we go to gamble. And they see nothing wrong with it, eh? People see nothing wrong. 60% of our middle income is going to gambling. That's why we don't have people per se climbing the ladder going up because everybody is so okay with stability.
Stability. Remember we talked about this? Stability is a trap. It's okay. It's got its level.
My nice job of 50k. Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're a woman and you're earning 50,000 rand, damn it. Even me, if I was in my car, I'd be like, damn, who's earning 50,000 now? You understand? It is something to be proud of, but I feel like we forget that eventually you can wake up one day and it's no longer there. And then now you have high expensive bills and you're probably asking yourself, how did I get here? Because you were so comfortable in your stability that you forgot that there might be a one day, there might be a 911, there might be an emergency. My company can just, not to say that bad things happen, but I just feel like, there's just so much problems at work that women deal with, apart from the men.
Because to get under there.
Now I can say, okay, there's that one of men trying to get under your pants. There's that one of you being in a high position of now you're in a high position with other men and other men are stealing within the company. And now since you're part of the position, you are threatened to steal too. To be part of the stealing. And then there's that one of maybe not climbing the ladder because you're a woman. And now there's another guy who's gonna come because he's good looking and he has a wife and kid. Because he suits the criteria, then he's placed there like a perfect piece of the puzzle.
Hectic. Also, there's the taking your idea part. You would sit down and bring this great idea, and then nobody will take it until somebody else brings it out as a male.
Let's talk about the work friends that tell friend, we're going to a party, and the entrance is like, you need to at least have a 2,000, 3,000. That time you don't have it.
I'm not going.
But because it's your work friends. It's your work friends. It's your work friends.
I hear you, love. So what now? I must go to Mashalisa and say, hello, I need 5K so I can go and party.
But that's what people are doing.
Yeah, I actually saw a series once of footballers. After the game, apparently, the newbie takes the whole team for lunch or dinner.
Imagine.
But then that bill can go up to 100K.
What do you mean?
Because these are big ballers. You cannot be taking Kaiser Chiefs to KFC.
And that time you find
what do you mean?
You find your
KFC starts with K, Kaiser Chiefs starts with K. Welcome to KFC.
that time you find your friend is drinking Moe Shandon. And then you want to just say, Chomi, can you Chomi, no. You'll pay me tomorrow, man. Bring that top as top hairs. How?
And now you have to pay your friend.
Now you're owing.
Honestly, but it's like that. You don't know how many people I have seen, beautiful ladies, nice and sexy and classy. You can see this one. She has a very definite high position. It's like there was this other time. It was December. These ones they came with their own bottle of champagne. They were even telling us how to open it. I'm telling you guys. But I understand. I was like, it's fine, it's December, you've worked hard the whole year, you deserve. But guys, work friends are also pressure. You understand?
Yeah.
Work friends,
that was like my first experience with like work friend pressure. So there's this lady now, she still lived with her parents in Joburg, right? And then I was paying rent, have to make sure my fridge has food. Woo! And then I also have like other friends who were paying rent and stuff like that. So when we'd go out, we who were paying rent, we would compete with this one who's not paying rent. No, the one time I went out with her and then I was still trying to do the thing. So she noticed and she called me out. She was like, yo, Andisa, I don't think what you're doing is right because you must remember you have to pay rent. You have to fill your fridge, you have to do all these things. You still have to make sure that you have transport money to go to work. I'm staying with my parents. My father drops me off at work. So if I buy stuff, just drink with me. You don't have to buy your own stuff. Just drink with me.
Nice friend.
Yo, when I learned from a young age that you guys.
At least, Shem.
When you are starting to be doing this thing of peer pressure, you must calculate the ones who can pressure you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And I think it's important as ladies to look within our budget.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, you just can't afford it.
I mean, you cannot necessarily be hanging out with people who are going out every weekend. If you have to raise your parents, you have to pay for your brother who's in college, you have to do your rent, you have your kid. You can't be keeping up with these people who are working, but they also have other support systems. I feel like
and no responsibility.
If your friends really love you, they won't put you in that position where now you have to strain yourself so that you can hang out with them.
Yeah.
I mean, you find like ladies are having vacations. Every holiday is a vacation. We are going to Mozambique. Oh, we are wearing all white. All of this. I mean, everybody wants friends. It's good to have friends. It's good to get out of your circle, meet other people, have a good time. But can we like be considerate and also be able to know your real friends? I mean, personally, if you come in my space and after you have left, I feel worse than you are not supposed to be in my country.
I beg, it's okay.
It is really okay. There's 500, I don't know how many billion people in the world. I don't think you particularly should be in my space.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Would you say it's okay? Okay, you as a person that you think you are, would you say it's okay to go to work and not per se be nice with everybody, but smile with everybody?
You have to, in black culture, it's black culture to greet everyone and
yes, I mean, you don't have to be friends with everybody. You guys are colleagues.
I didn't say greeting. Greeting, of course, I'm gonna greet you, but is it a must for me to be like
hang out with you?
No, not hang out, but like start a topic.
No.
Not
hi is the topic. Bye is another topic.
We're here to work. Unless I need you to help me with a work thing, I feel like that makes you safe. It protects you.
You're in a work industry, you understand? Obviously, you have to be professional. Being professional also means you have to talk to the other person that you're working with, like that or not. You understand? So I'm saying, is it okay to always smile with everybody, even if there is something wrong? Or do you bring what has happened wrong at work at home, and then tomorrow you come back again smiling? I mean, I feel like that would be creepy. If I did something wrong to you today, and then tomorrow you came back to me smiling, and then the next day you came back to me smiling.
You're scared of me.
That would be creepy.
I mean, it's your recovery. Like, it depends what exactly you did. Is it something worth taking the energy out of me, or is it something I can just brush off and be like,
but I feel like a bit of a face would be nice. I mean,
so you know where you stand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? So that I know, okay, if I pissed off this person, okay, what do I do? Maybe I can just get this person one black or one savannah, then we'll be smiling again. I'm like, you're not mad at me at all.
You come smiling.
The
I think now
day,
you're going to put red poison in my You're plotting.
For me, I feel like it's creepy, but there are people who do that at work. And it's like, dude,
but maybe.
So where are you taking your frustration on?
Maybe they don't get rubbed off easy.
Yes.
So there are those people with thick skin. It's like you need to push the right button to get a reaction out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have gone through the mold.
Working with you is already thick skin.
For you personally, so you imagine how she got her thick skin.
No, but I feel like, okay, viewers, personally for me, I feel like it's good to talk it out. Let's not have thick skin. No, man. No. That thing doesn't exist. Talk. Fuck. You did A, B, and C, D. I didn't like it. Okay. I'm sorry.
What is the way forward?
Thank you. How can I make it better? Can I get you something? Do you want something? I mean, obviously, if you're someone that you're close to me, obviously I will try my best to buy you off one way or the other, you understand? But if you're someone that I don't know and I didn't know that I had intentionally offended you, I will apologize. Understand? And I think that's right, because at the end of the day,
you're normal, there's other people who are not normal.
Because at the end of the day, thick skin is for me, I feel like thick skin is what leads to witchcraft. Yes. Thick skin is what leads to someone not sleeping, and now when they wake up tomorrow they'll be like, I have a problem with Alyssa's shoes. Why does Alyssa's nose look like that?
Wow.
She's wearing that wig again. Can somebody tell her about that lipstick of hers? You understand?
And it's unnecessary.
It's very unnecessary. And then now you're going around creating all these words, and then words come back to Alyssa. You're like, yeah, we're not. That girl, I don't know what's wrong. She was here talking about your wig. Can't they tell me what's wrong with your wig? You understand? Unnecessary wasting of time. Unneeded waste of time. While we could have taken that energy of forgiving each other, and what she said, when a happy when the workplace is happy, then we're able to make more production.
Productive, yeah.
You understand? Even you, when you go back home to your kids, or to your husband, or to your sister, or to your mother, whoever you're staying with, you're also able to give back positive energy. Unlike now, you come in with negative energy and then you're gonna bring it again tomorrow. And then now everybody knows you as better.
Figure that out.
You
Figure
see?
that out.
So now I feel like viewers, if there are people like that, which I'm sure they are, there's no need to have thick skin. I feel like the best thing a woman can do is come to a person and be like, look, I don't like you did A, B, and C, D. Usually for someone like me, there was a point in time someone offended me and called me something, and I went there, like immediately as she said, straight up, I cut her off immediately. Like I put a stop right there and then to show her, I don't stick to this, I don't know this, I don't want this, this is not happening. I do not expect this from you.
Yeah, so this is for those people who
You
are
understand?
like people pleasers. And
So because at the end of the day, some of this trauma, we bring it from work, and then it's like, but this person doesn't even pay me, doesn't even know my struggles, doesn't know anything about me, doesn't buy me anything. Why?
I feel the best relationship.
So we're bringing work problems at home where we could have just been like, look, bruh, I don't like A, B, and C, D. You do that again,
There's gonna be HR problems.
Yeah, there's gonna be consequences.
Yes, there's gonna be consequences. Unlike keeping things inside, we're already keeping so many things inside. You're keeping your secrets, you're keeping, and then now there's work on top of that. You wanna wake up early just to be frustrated.
You're gonna be that guy who shot himself.
10 hours
of shooting yourself.
Imagine.
Yeah. Ooh, did you see the video of the guy who ran over the guy?
What?
You did not see the guy who was ran over?
No.
So there's a video trending on social media. I think the boyfriend caught the girlfriend with the trainer, and then the boyfriend ran over the trainer.
Oh my God. Yo, John.
Viewers, I know you've seen the video. Please send your comments. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
This guy ran over this guy with a huge car.
And now you're going to jail.
Rubber for a huge.
No, guys, life is sweet. I always repeat this in every episode. Life is sweet.
Why would you do that? For love? I don't understand it.
No, I get it. It's keeping it inside. Yeah, continue keeping it inside. Boom. One day now, you are in Lindela. Because you decided to keep it inside. But honestly, I feel like you know what I like about work environments of now. They specifically write the 26 plus, 24 plus, because they know this thing of hiring young people who don't understand per se what they want, or do they really want to work here, or are they not sure? But you know, when you're working with someone who's old, they understand the peace of being peaceful at work. So they'll tell you, my sister, calm down, relax, take it easy. It's not worth it. Yes, I think we need more people like that. You understand? We need more peaceful. I don't mind working with a rude person. If that rude person, once he's done being rude, is at his peace, it's fine with me. If he's done with his rudeness and he's back to his peace, it's okay. Rather than someone who is rude about everything, how you do, what you do, how you do it,
why are you smiling like that?
Hey, hi, Mo. Hey, someone who can't do. Why are you walking like that today?
But you see, this is what I'm saying. This is jealousy. This is envy. Why is this person paying attention on your walk? Can you see that it's strange? I mean, how often do you look at strangers and observe how they're walking?
No. I only do like for people I love, and only if they're doing something weird.
Yes.
And then it's like, what is that?
Okay, that's out of the ordinary. But it's not like you're paying attention. Oh my God, see how you walk. Oh my God, see how you smile. You can see this is an obsession now. This person is paying attention on you all the time.
Looking for a reason to hate.
Work.
And let's talk about relationship at work. What do you think?
As in Jolo at work.
I find it very complicated.
Or just like friendships. I mean, like friendships.
Dating.
Jolo.
Dating.
Like, I feel like those are people who are brave. You're so brave. So you want to you go to sleep with this person and then you wake up and go to the same workplace as them.
Yeah.
And then come back home again.
See them again.
So like I see you all the time.
Yeah. Literally.
I think that's love. I think that's a level of love that I have not reached.
I don't know, it's a bag.
And this is very right. That one is honestly for the strong. When I look at it now, it's like, shit. I wouldn't even put myself in that opportunity in a million years. Because I feel like it's awkward. It's nice, yes, but it's like push to the boundaries, you know.
What if your boss's partner? Your partner's boss.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
As in my boss is my partner.
Viewers, if this,
as you are the boss of your partner. You the woman, the CEO, and then your partner is the CFO or maybe one of the managers.
Just down.
Yeah. I mean, you guys didn't plan this. You guys met, and then eventually found out like, oh my god,
you are my type.
It's sad.
I'm your type. I feel like if it's a big
exactly what would be said.
There's different floors and everybody has like your corner. Yeah, then it's fine. But like we in the same corner and we're dating.
I feel like it's. I feel like it's usually for people who have no life. You know, when your life is so much about work and home and work and home and work and home. And then it's like, you don't really get to meet people outside because you always stuck between these two areas.
Yeah. Like doctors.
But now it's like you're really stuck.
And you're even comfortable in your stuck. You're even putting your furniture in your stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. Yeah. Romance at work. But it can be beneficial. I mean, there's some careers where people are working 24, 72 hours. They are at work all the time. Like, for example, you are a doctor, you are a nurse, COVID, for example.
Okay.
It makes sense for you to be dating your partner because both of you will be locked down in the hospital. Then you being in the hospital and your partner is all at home.
It's not like I'm not gonna come back.
I mean, COVID, technically,
I will be back
for a few months. You didn't come back. But
yeah,
I will
be back.
You will be back.
But I feel like it's good to miss each other, man.
Yeah, viewers, what are your comments?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with dating at work, but like, you old ladies.
It's a bit much, eh?
I know love comes at an awkward time, but
yeah. My thing is like, let's say now we dated, it was nice, it was cute, and then something happened, we had to break up, right? And then now I see you dating somebody else and I don't even like this girl.
It's hectic, even worse. Now they're rubbing it on your face.
Are they really rubbing it in your face or has he moved on?
No, but it depends. Because if she knows you don't like me, I'll totally rub it on your face. Because I know this is something that will definitely make you unhappy.
Oh man, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
No, but you know how would you rub it on your face? Okay. You're coming down the hallway and there they are, they're making it up, they're making up. Or they're hugging, or he's doing that thing he used to do to you.
Even just the holding hands, rubbish.
Or everybody in the office talking about them, how cute they are as a couple.
I feel like I'll just leave the workplace.
Hectic! Such commitment!
Honestly, I mean, if it's not that much of a biggie.
I mean, you should, what are your opinions? Would you leave the workplace because now you broke up with your colleague, with your lover?
Or would you also now get somebody else? You do me, I do you, we do each other. Yeah, in the middle.
Just imagine the mess. Imagine the damn mess. Yes. I feel like honestly for me, I'll just go look for another job. I will go and beg the company to transfer me somewhere.
You are the CFO, Chief Executive Mang of what?
They will transfer me somewhere. Ain't no way.
They need you there. There's no transfer place.
If my boss wants my work to decrease by 20%, you better move me to somewhere where I can be productive, or else.
Okay.
They will move me. I'm telling you.
That's a big up to good bosses who actually care. You know, like again, employment replaceable. Remember?
Yes.
So you underperform. You people in your romance are causing work tension.
I feel like for me, if I was to like open a company, I would put a rule in the contract.
No romance?
No romance.
But almost companies is actually no romance. But the moment you say no, it's like you said yes.
I dare you.
I dare you. Yeah. No romance.
Immediately you're caught that there's some romance that is backing up to some months ago. You are out, sis.
You're gonna find out because what if they're a married couple and they have toddlers? They even wear your work t-shirts.
Then one of you has to go.
pajamas.
I'm not gonna keep both of you. This ain't no family company here. One of you has to go. Ain't no.
Then you're gonna put the tweet in my company for my position. Rubbish with your family.
Yo, guys. Company. Romance can affect the workers.
It can.
I mean, especially after the breakup. I think that's when it can get toxic. Because once they're in love, I don't think there'll be a problem. Because the one will cover for the other one, make sure productivity is happening. No one is slacking, it's going on. And then when things fall apart, that's when things go bad. I think that's when now, even the office will be able to notice that, okay, there was a romance here. Have you ever come across two people and then you looked at them and you're like, here.
It's like the residence.
There is more than what people say. There is more to this. There's something happening between you two because you can feel the tension. Yeah. Let's talk about employment, guys. Me personally, I do not advocate. I mean, I'm not saying don't be employed. Be employed, please. You need money to pay your bills. I'm just saying, be employed and
have some sort of skill.
Yeah, I mean, other companies actually encouraging their staff to do other things. I was once with a lady who said the company gave them a project. They were all given an assignment, and the one who won was gonna be given money to like improve their small business when their startup.
Nice.
Because I mean, remember, if you are let's say you were blessed enough to go to school and you got your degree and you were able to get a proper job, right? And then if you open, let's say, something that, I don't know, a salon, a spa shop, a spatula place, whatever, you're gonna need somebody to work there. That's you providing employment. So that's literally you giving back. So imagine all the CFOs from all of these bougie places, if they all had something else that they were running, that would reduce the rate of unemployment, because now the ones who are employed are also employing. Not all of us were waiting for Coca-Cola to call us. Like my cousin sister was in a job interview where 300 other people were applying for that one position. 300 other people.
So that leaves it down to either they're buying the position or
nepotism.
The best person will get it.
I mean, the best person really, I feel like it's nepotism. 300. I mean, out of 300, according to statistics, you should have at least 5 great geniuses there who can do the job amazingly.
Yeah.
But then you only have one position.
It's crazy.
So I feel like if we can all give back, I feel like that's the best way to deal with unemployment. If people who are employed, people who have startup money. Because you have to understand, most people who are sitting at home now, they have ideas but no startup.
I feel like another thing to add on that is what we were talking about on salary versus commission. You understand? I feel like more people want to get a job that has a salary because they don't trust in the abilities of themselves.
That's a problem.
For me, I don't think it's about trusting your ability. It's just the comfort in knowing exactly how much is getting in. And because with commission there is, let's say for example, January, February, March, which those are shaky months. We all know they are shaky. So now in those months you are stressed because your money comes in from, let's say, June or after April. That's when like the money starts becoming like nice. So what are you gonna do in those 3 months? With a salary, you know that even if anything is shakararing in the company, they have to pay me my salary. And I will cover my bills and everything that I need to do. So that's why for me, I feel like something that gives both a salary and some commission, perfect, bring it on.
I feel like that should be the standard base of payment of salary, period. Because if you're giving people just salary, for me, I believe it brings about a sort of level of laziness. People don't necessarily have, for example, you work at a shop where they have to sell clothing and you guys are being paid a salary. So you already know that your maybe 3,000 or 5,000, whatever it is they're getting paid, is set month end. It won't concern you if somebody walked into the shop or not.
That is true efficiency.
It won't concern you at all. You won't go out there and look for them because does not concern you. All you know is that your boss has an infinity hole of money somewhere where he will just be pulling it out and putting it into your pocket. Unlike commission, what I like about commission is that you're involved in the business. You know. So before things fall apart, unlike in an employment where you wake up one day and there's a meeting with HR. One by one, we are retrenching.
Imagine.
The company did not pay tax or whatever. You don't know what's happening because you're not involved in their finances. All you do is whatever you need to do and then you get your money. So if you were in commission, for example, and you are in the same scenario, you are at a store where they sell clothing, you'd be like, okay, Monday, we only sold 112. Tuesday, we only sold -5. Wednesday, we sold 15. So you can already see that, okay, perhaps I need to find something else because this one here may not be with us for a very long time. So it's like a pre-warning you get with commission, unlike salary. Salary, you'll be just sitting, the shop is quiet. Yes, you can tell the shop is quiet, but you don't know when the pocket is going to run out.
But then why is it that big companies like real estate, companies that sell cars, companies that sell expensive jewelries, companies like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, why are they all on commission?
Because commission is inspiring. It ensures sales. Even me, when I open my company, it's going to be commission.
Why can't Lamborghini say, okay, fuck, we are South African, we have a Lamborghini store in South Africa, then we'll pay you guys 20,000 rands. Why are they on commission?
Because a Lamborghini costs a lot of money.
Yet he has a good house, he has probably a good credit score, and he's still working hard. Even though he knows his commission is probably going to be 6 times someone's 6 times of someone's salary in 6 months. For me, I feel like salary it's just a way of making people feel comfortable, forgetting that there's a future.
It's a way to make sure people come back.
Because I feel like if you're on commission, especially if you're working in a place where there is clientele, good clientele, I'm talking about clients who have already called in hand or clients who are always coming in every month, then you as a person will want to grow and be like, fuck, you know what, I feel like I can make more than 6,000.
That's what I like about commission, yeah.
You understand? But I feel like once your salary is 6,000, either he's a big guy or not, I'm getting my 6K, it doesn't matter. But you never bother to put yourself in the challenge of talking to him. You never bothered of knowing maybe he can buy more than one car. Maybe he never even came to buy a car. Do you know, let me now give you an example. Do you know how many times me and my partner have gone to just look into the shops, not interested in buying anything, but because someone stood up and managed to say, wow, yes, you're right, this is a nice phone. The screen is black. It looks beautiful, it can last long. For the mere fact that someone came, took their time, and helped you to explain better the product that you're looking for, it was able to be sold. Without even the person having interest of even buying.
You see, commission, that person would have not walked up to you, if they are not inspired to sell. And
example,
commission inspires you to sell.
Now, there's a company now that is going through shit a lot. Not because they don't have the right people to work, but because all their people are on salary. And for some reason, they just don't feel a need to get up and go and get what customers asking. And therefore, the mails are flooded with bad reviews.
No, but then you replace those ones.
You need to plow. You need to plow.
How do you plow when you put someone in a contract for 1 year?
No, but then the thing is,
how do you plow if that person is not a thief? How do you plow if that person comes to work on time? If that person doesn't answer any back? That person doesn't have any bad review within the company. But for the mere fact that you're not giving service because you know you're getting a salary. So you don't say you don't see the necessity of standing up and moving and putting yourself to work. There are people like that.
No, I do understand. But it's up to now the employer to get a handle on that, because obviously as an employer you see the bad reviews and then you can tell that no, there's something that's not right. So once you figure that out, then you actually say, okay, so you want to come here and make this my workplace your lunch break, and then I must give you money so that you can come to work and be on lunch. Please pack your things and go. As I said, there's so many people who want employment that will come in and do what they need to do to get that salary.
That is true, but babes, you need to remember that once you sign a contract, also there's a law that protects you as the employed.
As the employee. Yes, but then there's also ways that I can push you out. Yes, there's also ways I can push you out. The first time I see, oh, okay, you like coming late. Written warning number 1. Oh, okay, now today you came here and you want to be in a mood. Disorderly conduct, written warning number 2.
I don't think you understand.
Disorderly
I'm talking about someone who is good, has good manners, comes to work on time, doesn't fight, doesn't argue. But now, when it's time for this person to deliver service, in certain things she does not do, in certain things she does. Because what? There is something for her. But for those people that she's not getting anything from, even though you are still giving her a salary, she doesn't feel the need to. But yet it's the same customer line.
It's a matter of conversation.
It's a problem.
You understand? Because there are people like that. There are people who come and spend the whole day at work and feel no need to do anything because there's a salary. And that's what it says, right? They pay you what? Per hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's for the hours you are at work, right? As long as I'm in uniform when I'm at work.
Yeah, but I feel like the
But you must also deliver.
employer can do something about that. Because I mean, I have video cameras of you not attending to my employees, to my customers. I have all of this evidence that can show your lack of interest in pushing our agenda, which is to sell or whatever it is you're supposed to do here. So I feel like that is actually abuse of power, and people do that a lot. But I feel like that's why we need to introduce a little bit of commission and salary. Because if you introduce commission and salary, if somebody is supposed to be calling customers and telling them about your product under salary, they will call your customer. It's their job. They will call your customer. But if the customer does not pick up, they will move on to the next one because their job is to call. But if they're on commission, their job is to get in touch with the customer and convince the customer. Like there's this company, PayPal. I had a problem with PayPal and I wanted to contact them. So the people called me over the phone. And when they called me over the phone, they made sure I could not hang up until I was done doing what it is they wanted me to do. So if they wanted me to check my email, I'll say, I'll call you back. Like, no, you can just do it right now. You can check your email, I'll wait, it's not a problem. If you need to type, we did the whole, it was almost over like 20-30 minutes call. That person did not let me go. Like I was so impressed with their training. Like if they were selling me a house, I probably would have bought it. Because, I mean, they had my attention, they had me engaged. You can tell this is a person who is motivated to do this. Also, obviously, they do record the calls. But even the other call I received from PayPal as well, it was the same habit where they were insisting on keeping me over the phone. Let me do whatever they want me to do over the phone, not next time, like right now. I know I'm just calling you out of nowhere, but stop whatever you're doing and let's do this now. So that was interesting. I feel like commission inspires your customers.
That is true.
I encourage you people put commission, especially in places where you can tell your people are not doing the thing. But if they're doing the thing, no need to
I feel
worry.
like also commission it boosts your business. You understand? Because if you have people working in the industry like right now, you are tailors, right? If you open an industry or a nice small shop, you need to have people who are willing to put hands work on. You understand?
Yeah.
Despite of the fact that, there's a salary, even if Andiso is not here, I'll just sit down and do A, B, and C, D. At the end of the day, she's going to pay me because that's what people are doing now. That once the boss is out, it's like, okay now.
The rest can play.
There's no need. There's no need.
Is out.
Yeah. There's no need. Like this like now there's certain service providers that have just lost their companies. Their reviews are bad because we put people under salary. And someone feels like once she has her coffee and her table and her little Nyana computer tab, that you don't know what she's doing, she could be searching for Shein. Or looking on your time.
Yeah, and it's possible, but then...
Or looking for what to cook for dinner. On your time.
My sister was had a very big problem. The moment I realized that I'm just paying this person, but they're not bringing money in. They're not providing a service for me because I did not employ you to be my friend.
Even calls. I'm sure certain companies just don't check. You find someone is on a call with her auntie from Umang there.
How not?
Busy watching Mzansi Wetu.
So sad. Well, there are people who really want to work who are not working.
But because this person is on a salary, then she's just coming up to work early on time just to eat her magunya and watch her Mzansi Wetu.
That means you yourself, you are signing up for unemployment because there's no way I'm going to keep you long term if you're just coming.
I will not renew your contract.
That is why there's short contracts these days.
Yeah.
That is why is there a long contract for 3 years? Maybe footballers and soccer people. I don't even think they have a contract that
for
long.
3 years, I don't think so. I think a year.
A year.
Contracts are normally a year. Or you're a permanent employee. That one is like until retired. That one is the best one. When you are permanent, the company absorbs you in.
So even when you're permanent, there's no contract?
There isn't.
The contract stipulates that, there is no contract. Like your employment is endless until you terminate employment or less, otherwise you're fired. Yes.
Then that means there is a contract.
No, remember
you
contract
have a contract
stipulates
and then
the duration of time.
The term.
Oh yes, the term of the contract is
The term is
permanent.
but there is a contract.
Yes, there's everyone has. You must sign a contract when you go to work here.
You must make sure it's
sign the contract,
right?
Because they can say, "Hey, we don't know this person."
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
Sign the contract.
So do let us know what you guys are going through at work. If it's a challenge, if it's something good, if it's an idea, if it's a tip, if it's a thought, we are very much welcome to
share your stories.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. Tell us.
So let us know. Do let us know in the comment what you like. Do subscribe, do share, whatever it is that you feel like doing. We are all about women. We're all about women. Let's not forget, it's Easter month. Easter, right? It's something good to...
I love Easter. I feel like it's a nice holiday.
I feel like it's a very emotional month. Because it's like, what happened to Jesus?
He died.
Oh, he died, yes.
Christ
Yes.
on Netflix.
I saw.
But it's in Arabic,
saw.
and I'm like, why would you do this?
No, but you can put it in English.
No, it's Arabic original language.
With subtitles.
Yes. There's no English. I was so disappointed. Jesus was coming from the mountain.
So yes, Jesus died for us. So don't let anybody out there feel like as if we should die for them. Jesus already died for us.
Yes.
Simple.
That person.
Don't
Jesus died for that person too. Don't let them think that they must have.
Don't let someone come
them.
and tell you, hey, sacrifice for me. Sacrifice is nothing. God already died for us. It's done. He already sacrificed his blood for us. It is done.
Yeah. It is. It's most definitely done.
Yes, we just need to live in harmony, in peace, do the righteous things.
What are the righteous things?
The wrong and the good. I'm sure by now, by this age, you definitely do know the right thing and the wrong thing. You know. So yes, let's just try our best to live by the right thing.
Also at work.
Also at work, yes. And I feel like also us as women, we just need to be a little bit more patient with each other. You know, I don't talk to people at work. And some people be like, she's rude. I'm not rude. It's just who I am. You understand? I don't hate people. I respect people. I understand this is a workplace. We've been put here together for a reason to execute a job. So I don't hate people. Sometimes I also do remember that other women also have problems and they're going through something.
But then you have to accommodate them. If you really don't hate people,
I
these
do.
people feel somehow by you not talking to
I
them.
do.
I feel like you should go out
It's a
over
conversation.
there and talk to that.
Thumbs up.
Bye is also a part of conversation.
There's not even a need for a bye, bro. Hi, shout, done. You know, I feel like less talk the better. Because
It is
the more you
safer.
start, yes,
It is safe.
the more you start talking, the more soon there'll be a lie, a gossip, or a judgment, or someone's name. So yeah, it's like, hi, bye. You know, but usually I keep it to jokes. But it depends on who you are. Can't just joke around here.
But a workplace must be a fun place. I believe.
What?
Not necessarily a fun place, but it should be a place where you would want to be, so that you can be your very best version of yourself.
And productive.
You don't want to go to work and all you're thinking about is my bed.
Oh my goodness, people are boring.
You're not going to bring your best self. You're
That
not
is
gonna get,
true.
because you know energy is transferable, especially in sales, for example. If you meet a salesperson and they're like, "Hi, mom, how are you? Do you want to buy tomatoes?"
You're with your rotten tomatoes.
Exactly. And when you be like, "Hi, mom, how are you? Oh my God, you're so nice. Tomatoes fresh."
Oh, with a fresh tomato.
Yeah, you are excited. You see energy. So if you're not excited about work, you're just gonna be like, "Hi, mom, tomatoes." Sometimes you won't even be talking. You just be looking. You can see the tomatoes.
Yes, she's right. The energy matters.
Yeah, the energy does matter, especially for sales. Like I learned, because I've been doing sales for the longest. I learned one thing in sales: energy is transferable. If you want to sell, you must put yourself in a very, very hyper, because people buy when they're happy.
That is true.
Easter is coming now. You see the stingy uncles. They're happy. They're excited. Everybody's calling them malume, malume. Next thing you know, there's a crate of black label. Next thing you know, there's juice. So when you meet a person, you need to lift up their spirits so that they're up there, and once they're up there, then they can buy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully someone can lift the spirits of our bosses. So
Yes, you can lift the spirit of your boss. You can buy your boss coffee. I bought my boss coffee. Now, let me tell you how this worked out for me. I didn't know she was going to be my boss at the time. So she was helping us with like HR and whatever. And then I got my money and I'm like excited. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy, you know. So I'm like, okay, here's some money, buy yourself coffee. ever since I bought her coffee, she's been on my case. Like when it comes to HR and all of that, I'm sorted. Like I know my girls got my back. And I just bought her a coffee that didn't cost me more than 50 rand.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like people in power, they would appreciate, because what happens is all they get from being in power is people asking and asking and asking and asking and asking and asking. That's why they become angry. That's why rich auntie, she becomes frustrated because she knows when she sees your phone number,
it's just asking all the way.
Questions. So you can reverse psychology this. You can go to your boss and be like, here is a coffee from beautiful place, and it's just a cup of coffee. But it's like, okay, you thought about me. I have more money than you, but you bought me coffee. See, it's a good feeling.
It's connecting.
It gives you, like, okay, so in Nigeria, they believe in honoring. This is the pastor was preaching, and he spoke about how honor can open doors for you. So let's say you needed a ride to Mamelodi or wherever, and then I gave you a ride, okay? Now you have to understand, I went out of my way, and then I dropped you in Mamelodi, and then I brought you back. Maybe we had to carry blankets. And then after all of this, all you do is say thank you. While another person is going to say thank you today, another thank you tomorrow, next week tomorrow, he will still remind me. Because of that one, thank you. In fact, I want to come to your house. Let me help you with your laundry. You understand? You will be in a position to give more to this person because of their gratitude and the honor and how they treated you. So people, they like that. That is a hack. If you ever want something from somebody, just make them feel happy and praised and honored and seen. Even your boss, even that rude lady at work. For me personally, I kill it with kindness. Unfortunately, me, I'm that person who today you will insult me, tomorrow I will move on because my memory card is very, very small. I will not put your negativity. I will erase it as of that night. Tomorrow morning, I may not smile with you, but me, I will not carry on. Unless you come to me and we talk about it, but if you offend me or you swear me, it's not something that I will carry. It's not energy that I want to continue with. Me, I delete. I value my memory card. I erase, Baba. I will erase you. That's what I do. I feel it helps. It helps because then when your mind is clean, even your energy, even your spirits can be nice. Unlike, let's say you're hungry, you have not eaten, your landlord is on your door, your children, they've not paid school fees. You understand the vibe that you will carry will not be an upbeat vibe. Like no matter how hard you try, because these things are heavy, they are much. Every time your phone rings, you're worried. Is this data? I remember, do you remember when we were staying in Acadia? There used to be another lady. She's like a landlord, she's like an agent. Her name was Maria. If it is the second you have not paid Maria, the whole building will know. Maria will know because she's so loud. Maria is still there at Unicredit. Yes, she's there. That lady would yell until you know everybody's business.
That's crazy. That's abuse.
I mean, you're harassing me.
Being a landlord is not a job I would take on.
It is not. It's not an easy something. Plus, in America and other countries, people they can even in South Africa
they can squat in your house.
They can squat in your house. There are laws that allow somebody to stay in your house up to 3 months rent free. And there's a way where they can prolong that one. And now it can be a battle.
My God.
Yeah, there's a whole show about London landlords. It's on YouTube, London landlords. They're talking about how they're struggling. It's a thing, because if you invite somebody in your house, you must be very careful. You must be very careful. Very careful. I feel like we should get to the stage in life where if somebody needs a place to stay, can I book you a lodge? Yes. It is a place to stay. It is a place to stay.
Okay.
You need a place to stay.
What happens?
I book you a lodge. There's breakfast. Obviously, I'm planning to make a plan for dinner. Oh my God, I'm not your mother. I'm trying to help you here.
Oh, so that they can kick them out?
No, so that they don't have to stay in my house, and now I have the problem now of starting to kick you out. That way, if you were supposed to be with me for a week, you are there for a week. Even you yourself, you see there's no stability. You know, when visitors come to your house, now you're buying wings, you're buying sausage, cheese. Now these people, they don't want to leave now because
there's cheese and wings here. Where am I going?
There's Wi-Fi, there's filtered water.
You're telling the truth.
This other lady told me, now when she brings a guest, she does not do anything special. In fact, you're going to sleep at her kid's room. What must happen? Where do you want to sleep? In my marital room? Me, I only have 2 rooms, mine and for my children. Yeah, and my children's room is a double deck. Figure it out. 2 days. After 2 days, I beg you, find your next house. Because some relatives would come, maybe let's say there was a function, and this person stopped by your house. And now 3 weeks late,
They're still stopping by.
mind you, the function was in the night. No, they're still there. They're still there, especially where I'm from. People do that. People would come for a funeral with a huge bag, and you're like, what's happening? Did you bring the dead with you? What's going on? People stay there for like a longer period of time. And now, if you have, let's say, 6 bedrooms, these visitors, they have their own beds. There's unlimited juice in the fridge. Fruit they can just press. Potatoes, they can just fry. I mean, how, apart from you to actually tell them, get out of my house, how else are they going to leave?
That is true. You can't just...
Now, you're supposed to tell your in-laws, get out of my house.
No, but some people have senses, they'll leave.
No, but we're talking about people who don't have senses. We're talking about people who it's their job to household. From January to March, they're
the ones who don't have sense.
From April to May, they're with Auntie Mang Mang. June, July, they're there.
And this time when you're going out, I can employ you. Next year, don't come here. Next year, don't come here. I can send you 200 where you are, but please, don't come here.
So the best way to tell them next year don't come here is to make sure, first of all, don't get a bigger house because you are waiting to entertain people. No, only get a bigger house if your family is big. But if you're a family of 4, your children, they're small, you'd have your room and your man, and then the baby is double deck. So when the visitors, they come, let them squeeze themselves there. Then they will remember their bed which they left where they came from.
Patricia.
You won't have to say anything. They will go.
That is true.
You didn't kick anybody out.
No, you did not.
They don't have to go to the village and talk about you. You came to my house, I gave you a place to sleep. It's not your bed, obviously. You left your bed in the village. This is my son's bed. This is not your house. So there's nothing that belongs to you here.
That is true.
Yeah. Because who family member, you give them comfort. It was January when it was the wedding. It's now March.
But I feel like there's people's houses that are like family homes.
Yeah, a family home is a family home.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Yeah, there you can come 1 year. No one is even questioning you. Malume, how far? What are you doing?
Anyway, thank you so much for catching up on our conversation today about the problems we go through at work and things we also go through at home. There have been some ladies who have also wanted to have a conversation on what we were speaking about last week. So probably in our next episode, we're going to show some videos of some of the ladies. Nothing too much, just something of 1 minute to what they think or what they can add on or tips to be better.
Yeah, like Joy said.
What to do, what not to do.
Like she said, we are a different channel here. We are all hosting.
Oh, yes.
So send us your video and you find yourself as part of the podcast.
Yes.
Yay. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe. Bye.